What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another big RPG news video. Today we've got a full packed slate of different RPG adventure games to go over across the Nintendo Switch and more. But before we get into anything here, please make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe if you're someone new, as we're already starting our E3 2021 coverage with live streams, videos, and more. And also enable those notifications to get those videos first. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the first bit of news. And yes, the big, oh my gosh, Summer Games Fest went down, and apparently there's going to be more episodes of it. But the big initial live stream for the Summer Games Fest went down, and there was a number of RPG announcements that I want to go over. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin. We got the Summer Games Fest 2021 trailer, and it's the latest look at the very impressive looking Nintendo Switch and PC RPG from the Monster Hunter universe, and it looks a lot like the other trailers. Like, Capcom has been advertising the heck out of this game, but to be honest, I want this game to sell millions of copies on the Nintendo Switch, because I want there to be a Monster Hunter Stories 3, and I want Capcom to continue investing into making RE engine games on the Nintendo Switch. So anytime that they talk about this game, I'm going to talk about this game because I think it's going to be fantastic. I played the original Monster Hunter Stories on the Nintendo 3DS, and that game was really good. Now, for those who don't know about this game, it's a turn-based RPG that you kind of go through more of a story with this game compared to like the regular Monster Hunter games, which those have a story too, but this one's way more involved. Think more traditional RPG like a Dragon Quest or something like that, right? And it has a bunch of cool new elements thrown in there, and it looks really good. I love the aesthetics of it. Once again, it's running on that RE engine on the Nintendo Switch, and it looks like it's going to be fantastic. Whether you're going to play the game on the go on the Nintendo Switch, just play it on your Switch straight up, or play it on your PC. Now, a couple things that I would like to see them do when it comes to the system features or the game features, I would love to see them have some really unique and good HD rumble. It seems like it's been a while since we've had a game that really implements that well from a third-party standpoint, and heck, even from Nintendo standpoint to some degree. So I'd love to see them kind of implement some great HD rumble on the Nintendo Switch and get this thing going once it comes out on July, because I think it's going to have a big launch and people are excited for the game. So what are your thoughts on this brand new Summer Games Fest trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin on the Nintendo Switch? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, we have a little bit of a okie doke played by the developers of this game, because Kingdom Come Deliverance is coming officially to the Nintendo Switch, when I would say I think like a marketing rep or something like that said that it's not, that the listing was a mistake when it was leaked a little bit ago. This game is currently available on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, but I did want to get into it for those who don't know what it is, because it launched and it had some type of fanfare out there, but it didn't reach the heights of some of the other games like The Witcher or like Skyrim, games that kind of have like the same setting, right? That medieval style. So Prime Matter, the new publishing label under Koch Media, will release a Switch version of Warhorse Studio developed RPG Kingdom Come Deliverance, the company has announced. Kingdom Come Deliverance first launched for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam, GOG, and the Humble Store back in February of 2018. So this is 3 years old at this point. Now, there is an overview of the game story about, if you want to learn more about the setting and what the characters are about and kind of what you do, you can check it out there. But I wanted to head into the key features of the game. So you have a massive realistic open world, majestic castles, vast fields, all rendered in stunning high-end graphics. Non-linear story, solve quests in multiple ways, then face consequences of your decisions. Then you have challenging combat. I like this aspect here. Distance, stealth, or melee. Choose your weapons and execute dozens of unique combos in battles that are as thrilling as they are merciless. Then also character development. Improve your skills, earn new perks, and forge and upgrade your character. Dynamic world. Your actions influence the reactions of people around you. Fight, steal, seduce, threaten, persuade, or bribe. It's all up to you. So it almost has like that Skyrim feel to it, Mass Effect, games like that kind of let you choose your path, and Destiny, Fallout, games around that type of area. And also, last but definitely not least, you have a historic accuracy. meet real historical characters, and experience the genuine look and feel of medieval Bohemia. So I did not know about that. I'm a big history buff myself, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly how accurate and what they're doing there. So very cool. I'll probably take a look at this game just to see how it runs, because this is one of those kind of like heavy graphics type of games, AAA, be it that, whatever you want to say about it. You know, that term's kind of thrown around a lot, but the graphics look very good in this game. It's not something that's a slouch when it comes down to it. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they got this running and the tech. I think Digital Foundry is probably licking their chops waiting to get their hands on this game here when it comes to Kingdom Come Deliverance on the Nintendo Switch. So apparently it's coming at some point. I'd probably guess that it's going to be here in 2021, so we'll see what happens with this game. And of course, they're working with Saber Interactive as well, so interesting all around. So what are your thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance, this big RPG coming over to Nintendo Switch? You're going to be able to play this anywhere that you want, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they get this one done. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got a brand new trailer for Tales of Arise from the Summer Games Fest 2021. I got to give Keighley a little bit of credit here. At least he tried to mix in some Japanese gaming love, because there was a lot of online multiplayer, massively online multiplayer. And then there was a few RPGs out there for us to kind of sink our teeth into, and this is one of them before we get to the bigger one that we're going to talk about in just a bit. So Bandai Namco has released a brand new Summer Games Fest 2021 trailer for Tales of Arise, which introduces new party members Dolem and Kisara, and I hopefully said those right. I probably said those wrong, but anyway, let's get into it here. So the new video for Tales of Arise presents the region of Eld Mencia, and I probably said that wrong too, a luxurious and diverse region of Dahan, its capital of Vincent. Here players will meet Kisara and Dolem, the last two characters to join Alphen, Sion, Rinwell, and Law in their quest to free Dana and Renan oppression. So the first character they talked about is a noble from Rena with very different feelings toward Dan's compared to Renan's. He's a very well-mannered gentleman with particularly sensibility towards forms of art like music, poetry, and antiques. He fights with his rod with a mix of techniques and astral arts, making him able to adapt to his opponents, which this guy actually looked really cool. And the next character here is a Danan soldier that accompanies Dolem, one of the most powerful soldiers in the Danan army. She is also highly regarded by Renan soldiers, even while using their equipment. She uses her hammer and shield to deal strong damages in close combat, but can also use her shield to protect her friends while unleashing high-powered, wide-ranging defensive techniques. In this trailer, players can also discover some of the most spectacular attacks of Tales of Arise, such as arts, one of Tales of staples that will allow players to initiate and create devastating combos, and the boost strikes, very powerful attacks performed by two characters with the intent of giving a final blow to the enemies. Now, Tales of Arise is due out for the PlayStation 5, Xbox series of systems, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam on September 10th worldwide. It will launch for consoles on September 9th in Japan, and also there is a free upgrade. So if you can't get a PlayStation 5 or Xbox series console and you want to just go with the last gen versions of them, you will get a free upgrade when you do eventually upgrade to the PlayStation 5 or get a new system. So you don't have to worry about buying the game twice and all that. And of course, you have that smart delivery that's really good on the Xbox series of systems there, so you can seamlessly transfer over everything. And I'm extremely hyped for this game. Tales of Arise looks great. This is a proper reboot and a way to actually boost your franchise. I'm very interested in seeing how the West reacts to this game, because before, people always bought Tales games. I mean, it was always something that it was there, but it was never something to where it was going to get on a huge level just because of the way that the game was. Now, they still have that anime aesthetic, but the graphics have been vastly improved in terms of on its target platform and what they're trying to do. It looks like a huge, big budget RPG now at this point, but it still retains that Tales of flair with the arts, with the character design and all that. So I think that they've perfectly and seamlessly blended the two, making it bigger but without losing its soul. And I think that's what happens to a lot of these RPGs or a lot of these games. They want to become bigger and put more money into it, but it kind of loses the essence of what it is or its soul. But I don't think that's the case here with Tales of Arise, because this game is looking phenomenal, and the story and the characters, the art, everything seems to scream to me Tales, but at the same time say this this is different, this is bigger, this could be better than anything that we've gotten before from the franchise. So I am ready to pick this one up. I am excited to get it, so it's going to be fun. I'm probably going to buy it on PS5 because they have some pretty cool DualSense stuff, but I might buy it on Xbox. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that. But what do you guys think about Tales of Arise and this brand new trailer for the game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here in the RPG news video. And guess what, guys? It is alive. It is real. It's actually a thing. Elden Ring. We've got an exact release date. We've got the first gameplay footage. And man, we've got some information for you guys when it comes to Elden Ring. I'm very excited for this game because it seems like a Souls game that I'm going to want to play, because gone are the Dark Souls type of structure, and now it's more open in an open-ended area, open-ended world where you can kind of go about. I mean, it does seem like it is that. It's like Breath of the Wild Souls or something like that, right? So I am down for it. So Elden Ring will launch for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC on January 21st, 2022. Publisher Bandai Namco and developer From Software have announced it will support English voiceovers, English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Polish, Russian, neutral Spanish, Brazilian, Portuguese, Japanese, Thai, traditional Chinese, simplified Chinese, and Korean subtitle options. Wow, they're getting everything ready to go there. Quote, with Elden Ring, we have applied all of our dark fantasy and action RPG expertise cultivated throughout the Dark Souls series in order to create a bold, classical evolution of the genre, said From Software director in a press release. We've created a rich world with a staggering sense of scale based off of legends written for the game by George R.R. Martin. Elden Ring is a world full of mystery and peril, ready to be explored and discovered, a drama in which various characters flaunt their own mystique and ulterior motives. We sincerely hope you enjoy experiencing it for yourself, and yes, I will. So the Golden Order has been broken. Rise tarnished and guided by grace, brandished the power of the Elden Ring and become an Elden Lord in the lands between. In the lands between, ruled by Queen Marika, the Eternal, the Elden Ring, the source of the Erdtree, has been shattered. Marika's offspring, demigods, all claim the shards of the Elden Ring, known as the Great Runes, and the mad taint of their newfound strength triggered a war, the Shattering, a war that meant abandonment by the greater will. And now the guidance of grace will be brought to the tarnished, who were spurned by the grace of gold and exiled from the lands between. Ye dead who yet live, your grace long lost, follow the path of the lands between beyond the foggy sea to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord. Wow, that sounds like it's going to be awesome. We're continuing on here. Elden Ring, developed by From Software Inc. and produced by Bandai Namco Entertainment, is a fantasy action RPG and From Software's largest game to date. Now let's talk about the genre-defining gameplay according to what Bandai Namco has to say here. Create your character in From Software's refined action RPG and define your playstyle by experimenting with a wide variety of weapons, magical abilities, and skills found throughout the world. Charge into battle, pick off enemies one by one using stealth, or even call upon allies for aid. Many options are at your disposal as you decide how to approach exploration and combat. Now, a free update to the PlayStation 5 version will be available for players who purchase Elden Ring on the PlayStation 4, and smart delivery will be supported for Xbox One and Xbox Series X/S, and this is just great stuff all around. I love that last bit here, and I think that's the best thing about this here when they talked about the stealth. I love how they're incorporating it towards more like a Skyrim or more like a game like that, because while there is stealth in Dark Souls games and Souls games, it's not really. The enemies kind of know you're there. I mean, you can get one little attack sometimes, like backstab and stuff, but to where there's going to be skills and abilities and actual guidelines to having stealth in the game because of the open nature of it, just creates a whole new gameplay style that I want to play more than anything else. So I'm very excited now that I'm seeing Elden Ring. Now, the game graphically is not a crazy looking game graphically, but I'm guessing they're trying to keep 60 frames per second the whole time or anything like that, and it still looks absolutely amazing. So it's not like it looks bad or anything like that. It's just we're going from, you know, like Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that. We're seeing games like that, and obviously this is not that, but it still looks very good, and I think it's going to offer a lot of depth for RPG fans, for action game fans out there, and people who just want to play a great dark fantasy adventure action game, action RPG. So I am beyond excited, and they gave us a release date, you know, so it's coming January, and January's going to be here before we know it. We're already halfway through the year pretty much, so January's going to be here before we even know it, and we're going to be playing this game and seeing exactly how good it is and how it compares to what they've done before in the past. So What are your thoughts on all the different RPG news here, guys? What are you guys thinking about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.